Hi, so welcome to the third episode of Break with Surgeon, and I'm very excited to have Ipshita, the co founder and formulator for Healing Theory. Thank you, Ipshita, for being a part of Break with Surgeon. I'm
I'm more than
super
happy.
excited.
Same here.
So, we're going to delve a lot into what you've been doing, how you've built Healing Theory, because I'm really intrigued, clearly because of the name itself.
Yeah.
So, Ipshita, I want to ask what inspired you to start Healing Theory? Was it a love for skincare, or did it have something to do with how you perceive skincare?
So actually, healing theory started by accident. It was because of my mom. Because when I finished my master's in cosmetic science, I came back home. And back then, I knew I want to start something which is very clinically active or scientifically driven.
Hmm.
But when I came back home, I saw my mom making this hair mask.
Okay.
And she was using these herbs. It was for blackening of her hair. And I was like, Mom, what are you doing? And she's like, just try it. When I tried it, I can't tell you the difference. Like, European weather is very cold, Indian weather
Yeah.
is very hot. My hair was fried that time. It instantly changed my hair. And that time, it was like a pivoting moment. I knew I want to start something which is rooted in these Indian herbs. That's how healing theory was born. So we decided to combine my mom's Ayurvedic knowledge, my research, derive biotechnology from herbs, and voila.
That's how. Wow,
Yeah.
this is so interesting. So essentially, it was your mom
Yes.
who was the driving factor,
Right.
and oh, very very nice. But tell me, like, whenever you start, ऐसा होता है कि यार करना तो है. The idea
Mhm.
came to your mind, but there are moments of self doubt. Did you have any such moments of self doubt?
All the time. I think, self doubt is something, it's like it accompanies you whenever like you're building something very meaningful, you're doubtful, you ask yourself whether it's something that people are going to understand or not, what you're trying to build. Because I was trying to amalgamate two worlds, it's
Yeah,
science and it's Ayurveda.
yeah.
So I was very doubtful, but eventually, I used to come back to my roots that when people are going to say that, okay, this is something that's helping me, that was all my sign from the universe, like keep going.
Keep going. So it
Yeah.
was the faith that
The
you had
faith,
in it.
yeah.
वही आई थिंक लोगों को लगता है कि it's when you start
Mm-hmm.
it's just like a one road journey and you go
Right.
and you achieve it, but there are such moments. So it's all
Absolutely.
about filling in and believing in yourself.
Right.
And I'm really intrigued. Healing theory. Healing is a very deep word for
Mm-hmm.
me. Like, because when you talk about healing, it's sort of inner healing,
Right.
right?
Right.
What does this name mean to you?
So I often tell people, it's something that I have told all my mates, everybody, that healing should not be confined to a yoga mat. It can be rooted in a just a skincare ritual, something
Right.
very soft, something you feel like it's self care.
Yeah.
Plus, why we wanted to name the brand Healing Theory is I wanted to build a luxury brand. But now I don't think India's luxury is only its emeralds or royalty, palace. I feel the true Indian luxury lies in our spirituality.
Right.
The kind of how our rituals are followed, how we are connected to the Mother Earth. So I
Yeah.
wanted to like sort of bring that essence into the brand and everything we do. It's all about healing, the kinds of ingredients we're using, the kinds of packaging colors we're using, even the names.
Yeah.
So that was the essence of the brand name, like the spirituality of India.
And have you ever received like a feedback from customer who sort of said that it's actually healed them in
Right.
that sort of
And
way?
I think that's my pushing factor,
Yeah.
that's only why I do this, what I do. Like
Right.
we wake up to messages, what this aloe vera helped me with my inflammation. This mask has made my hair soft again. And
How
it's
nice.
like my only reply to them is you've made my day.
You
Like,
oh, so
that's
basically, if it is combined by the impact that you're
yeah,
trying to sort of create in the market, it gives
exactly.
you that push to
Right.
continue going.
It's my
Very nice.
motivation. Like, okay, you do this because you're helping people, you're healing
So cool.
people.
So
Yeah.
nice. Okay, so skincare, Ipshita, because there is so much misinformation that's been going
Mhm.
around the social media and in general also. हर कोई आज के डेट में ज्ञान दे रहा है.
Right.
Let's face it, everyone's like
Right.
talking a lot about अच्छा ऐसे नहीं करो वैसे करो ये करना चाहिए. Is
Mhm.
there any one myth that you would like to like bust कि ऐसा नहीं होता है या ऐसा होता है? Something about
There's
skincare.
so many.
हाँ.
Okay, but I think the one I'd really want to break off is if you can eat it, it's safe to apply on your skin. It's
Okay.
a very general notion in amongst all
Hmm.
Indians that if something is natural, if something can be put in our bodies, we can put it on our skin. But let me break it for you right now. Let me ask you, you eat chili powder, right? It's a
Yeah.
very common ingredient in all Indian households.
Correct.
Would you put it on your face?
No.
Right?
No. Yeah.
So the main reason is our digestive system is far more resilient than our skin barrier. So
Hmm.
if you put something on your skin barrier which is not suiting, it's going to get inflamed, it's going to push it out of your skin, you're going to get acne. And our body's pH is more alkaline compared to our skin's pH.
Right.
So that's why not everything natural is nice. It's only about the right ingredient at the right concentration and probably for all the right reasons, not natural versus
Not
chemical.
fair. I think this was really much needed because
Yeah.
ये बहुत कॉमन है. अच्छा अगर ये फील हो रहा है ये लगा लो.
हाँ,
किचन के तो बहुत सारे
बहुत
आइटम्स
common है.
हम अपने
Yeah.
फेस पे लगाने लग गए. But I think yeah,
Like,
it's a
even in cosmetics, the water that we drink is not what's put in the cosmetic product.
oh
So it's like, exactly, it starts at the base. Most of the cosmetic products are water, but you don't
yes.
use the same water that we drink.
It's also even more refined
Yeah,
because
it's more demineralized. You don't
yeah,
have any sorts of iron, magnesium, minerals in water that we use in
very
cosmetic.
interesting.
Yeah.
Now that you talked about ingredients
Hmm.
in right now, are there any underrated ingredients that we often overlook in the skincare brand?
So many. Like, I think since healing theory, or like I basically come across so many Indian herbs. One of those herbs would be licorice extract.
Okay.
But in general, all the fermented bioactives. Like, I don't know if you've heard lately, internet is talking a lot about exosomes.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like we've been using exosomes in our formulation since 2021. So I'm very excited now that they're talking about it. It's still very nascent, but yeah, like fermented extracts, licorice extract, exosomes, all these herbs are very powerful.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now that you said that we are moving towards this newer thing,
Hmm.
exosomes, even I didn't know honestly,
Yeah.
so I think it's new for me. What do you think is the future for skincare industry in general? Do you think people these days are looking for more innovation, like newer
Hmm.
things, or are they sticking to very like deeply rooted things, more grounded things, more minimalist things? So what is your take on
So
that?
I think it's a bit of both because
Okay.
now I think people have started realizing that we don't need 10-step skincare routine. Nobody actually has the time to do that also.
Yeah.
So it's basically smarter products,
Mm-hmm.
like products that have better delivery function, products that actually are doing more in less quantity, but
Okay. More
with
or
like
less.
more innovation. So it's both like
It's
minimalism in terms of number of product, but innovation in what the product is actually doing for
yeah.
your skin.
Because I also feel, Ipshita, lately what happened when there was this trend going on of Korean skincare,
Hmm.
that 10 steps,
Yeah,
it also sort of put people under pressure for those who couldn't possibly afford to get
right.
those 10 products.
Uh-huh.
And there was this weird, scenario going on where everyone wanted to do that, yet
Yeah.
everyone could not do that. And then everyone kept thinking, this is the right way of skincare.
It was a mess. It was a
It was,
chaos.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
like you said, we don't need
We don't
10
need.
steps,
We
right?
literally need only like hardly three products, but I think it's like how in the gym, consistency is what matters.
So, you need to be
You just need
consistent
to be consistent.
with the
Even if you're
skin.
using like a cleanser, a moisturizer, and a toner, you're good to go. You don't need under eye cream separately. Like, I'm not saying it's bad, use it,
Use
but you
it.
don't need it essentially. It's like
Right,
it's as per
right,
time you have.
right. Ipshita, I now want to delve a little bit into your entrepreneurial journey, your
Mhm.
leadership journey. Tell me, was it difficult being a woman entrepreneur in this space, considering in India, especially, we are in that era where I do see, and it's exciting to see
Yeah.
people starting their own things. It's exciting how everyone is building something or the other, or at
Mhm.
least trying. So, was it difficult for you to enter the market, the entrepreneurial market, as a woman?
I wouldn't say it was difficult because I come from a business background as well. But I've learned one thing about Indian entrepreneurship market is that since it is male dominated and entrepreneurship is majorly about leadership,
Yeah.
right? So you don't have to be loud in leadership. If you're a
Mm.
woman, you can be as graceful, as feminine as possible, as soft, and as empathetic also with your team. And it can be still very strong. You
Oh,
don't need to
nice.
be very like bold or loud. And even also, one thing I think that I learned the hard way is you don't have to do everything on your own. Like, ask for help. It's not a
So
solo
true.
act. Like, building a brand is not a solo act, it's a team effort. And the
Yeah.
more empathetically you are as a leader with your team, I think it helps a lot as a woman entrepreneur because men I've seen in a lot of aspects, they can go be very shrewd with their team. They can be
Yeah.
very loud at their team. As a woman, you can't. Like
Yeah.
you have to maintain that poise. and it's very strong still.
Yeah.
Like, so I think that's something that I've learned in Indian entrepreneurial.
How nice.
Yeah.
So that is being you as a woman in the
Hmm.
industry, but was it also hard in general because you started healing theory as a
Right.
it's a very new, it's a very nice
Hmm.
concept that we've been discussing about. Was it difficult to compete with the big brands that you already have in the industry, because they've been existing for a really long time,
Yeah.
have their own marketing, have their own reputation? So how did you sort of tackle the competition? What did you have in your mind while you started healing theory, and even now?
I think by not competing at all, because honestly, they have the kinds of funds, they have the big
Yeah.
money guns. We are bootstrapped. So I decided, instead of looking outward, I'm going to look inward. We're going to be always like, we never wanted to be the biggest,
Hmm.
but yet we wanted to be the most meaningful brand that exists. I was never trying to create noise, I was trying to be the niche. And even like today, all our customers who are there, they love us for that. It's the value that we're bringing. And yeah, but like I think since we are in the industry, I have a lot of friends who are running those brands, who are running,
Right.
and everybody has that very collaborative kind of nature in the Indian cosmetic industry. So that's something that I love. Like, it's a very happy space.
How nice.
Yeah.
Oh wow, because a lot of us thought, let's
Hmm.
say if we, I mean, I'm talking about very big names here. Let's talk about Clinique.
Hmm.
Let's talk about cosmetics in general with MAC or any other brand. So do you feel even they are very welcoming of the newer
Indian
market?
teams, maybe, yes.
Yeah.
Globally, we're not going global yet, so I don't know much. But again, like we have a lot of Indian teams working on them in the background. There's PR teams, there's marketing teams. All of them are willing to collaborate.
How
If you're
nice.
bringing the value to the table, if it's some, because again, Indian cosmetic industry is very cluttered. A
Yeah.
lot of brands are doing the similar kinds of things that other brands are doing. So if there's some kind of novelty that you're bringing forward, all of them want to have you. Like, we do have a lot of events that we do with a lot of different brands, and they're very welcoming about it.
I think that's an amazing thing when you
Yeah,
have a very collaborative sort of
right.
setup.
Yeah.
Great. And while you were doing this, I'm sure when you started healing theory
Hmm.
and till date, ऐसा भी हुआ कि यार नहीं हो पा रहा है? Do you have those days कि उठते हो और लगता है नहीं हो पा रहा आज, कैसे करना है यार?
All the time, I think, like, I feel like, I would
Yeah.
say not giving up, but then, like, I've learned over the time to pause myself on
Yeah.
those days when I feel like nahi ho raha, I'm somebody who used to have productivity syndrome, since like I think our generation has that because of
Yeah.
our parents. So I was like nahi ho pa raha hai, kya kare? But I was like, let's just rest, let's pause, and that pause would give me clarity to go forward after that. But yes, all the time, like I think it's a very normal part. Like, perseverance and passion go hand in hand, but to be that person who keeps going, you need to allow to rest your body.
So I think I'm taking your message that pause when needed.
Pause. Yeah, when needed, pause. And like, go
Pause.
for a holiday, take a break, go be in your bed maybe. There have been days
Yeah.
when my brain was actively like working, 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 but my body was wanting rest.
And
And I did learn it the hard way. I decided that okay, Sundays are off, means off.
off.
I don't even make my work team like
Yeah.
teamwork on Sundays, because like everybody needs rest. You need to have those off days.
Yeah. Because I see we were glorifying
Hustle culture.
hustle culture.
I'm super against like hustle
Yeah.
culture. There's nothing like hustle culture. You're gonna end up burning out.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be giving out more meaning to your brand. You're gonna be running behind numbers. It's
मत करो.
better, mat karo.
आपके अकॉर्डिंग वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस कुछ चीज होती है?
100%.
या
100%. You can't, like, you have to understand, at least today's entrepreneurs need to understand that work is a part of your life. It's not your entire life. Now, I know a lot of entrepreneurs have glorified it, that if you don't consider work as your life, you're not going to be successful. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think I am at the level of success yet that I want to be at. But I don't think I'll be able to work. I did try it. I did
या
try working 24 hours, 7 days a week. And then I was like,
नहीं हो
it's
पाया.
it's not going to give you that complete satisfaction in your work that you do.
Yeah.
So it's better you pause, it's better you rest, you come back better. Like,
Yeah.
so now I made it a thing that 15 days in a year, I take complete break, because it helps. It's a creative job.
Yeah.
Formulating products, packaging design, marketing. It's a creative job. You're going to have creative fatigue otherwise.
Yeah. Fair.
So,
Nice. 15 days a year. I'll see how many I can take. Fair. Also, Pshita, like, since I've been now hearing about your journey ever since we started talking about this, I also feel a lot of people, and at one point, even I had it in my mind,
mhm,
although no longer, बट पीपल थिंक कि जो फाउंडर्स की लाइफ होती है इट्स वेरी एक्साइटिंग, इट्स वेरी ग्लैमरस, यू आर मेकिंग प्रोडक्ट्स, यू आर सुपर कूल पर्सन एंड यू आर मेकिंग लॉट ऑफ मनी, सब चल रहा है। अगर उनको अच्छी मार्केटिंग दिखती है, एक तो कहीं पे भी दिख
Mhm.
जाए, दे फील वाओ इट्स गोइंग ग्रेट, सब बहुत बढ़िया है। ऐसा है? लाइक व्हाट इज योर डे लाइक इफ वी वांट टू टेल इट टू
It's
पीपल?
100% not glamorous because it's like, it's
Hmm.
again, as I said, entrepreneurial journey does come with its stress factors, and half the times I'm like managing manufacturing deadlines. There's some kinds of content delay. There's some kinds of, how do I say, inventory is not stocked up, sales are not happening. You're looking at the numbers. It's a lot of chaos. But like again, like it's, I don't know how to say, it's a beautiful journey. It's a happy space, and when you're growing on a daily basis, you
Yeah.
feel that that's where I think the glamour lies. And my day mostly is I spend in my labs, like I'm manufacturing products, we're testing out the textures. Then after that, we move to the meetings, we are doing a lot of office work. But that's all in a day. And then at
Yeah.
night also, we're the same. We'll go play some kind of game. We're
Games.
gonna like, we either pickleball or badminton, or we're just spending time with the family. But it's
Not
nothing, at least
glamorous.
my life is not very glamorous.
या आई थिंक लोगों को लगता है कि यार अपना काम स्टार्ट जो कर रहे हैं उसको
Hmm.
सब पता है, वो सब कर रहा है, उसकी लाइफ बहुत अच्छी है।
Hmm. Hmm.
They often overlook what goes behind the
Yeah,
curtain, the
it's
amount of hard work you guys put.
100%. There's a lot of self-doubt. There's a lot of panicking moments. There's a
Yeah,
lot of running around. It's a chaos, but it's a
yeah,
creative chaos. So
right.
it's a good place to be at also, but I don't know how to like sum it up.
I get it.
Yeah.
So to everyone watching this, guys, आपको करना है काम, मेहनत करो, बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ती है, बहुत सारा काम करना पड़ता
Hmm.
है, and after that, of course, if you do get those 1 or 2 days where you can actually enjoy, why not,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Right. So, Ifshita, I want to delve a little bit into a fun segment of our
Okay.
podcast. So, so you tell me, what is that one thing that you cannot skip, even if you're like supremely busy? Skin care में ऐसा क्या चीज है कि भाई बिल्कुल टाइम नहीं है पर वो चीज skip नहीं करनी है?
Washing my hair.
Washing your
It's
hair.
it's I think it's a very
Yeah.
simple thing, but I wash my hair every day because there's
Oh.
a lot of there's a lot of pollution, there's a lot of
Yeah.
sweating, there's a lot of like build up happening. So I wash my hair every day, and I think that's one thing that I can never skip.
Really, but like एक myth है. I don't know if it's a
Hmm.
myth or if it's actually like now
Hmm.
that you said that every day. ऐसा बोलते हैं कि रोज नहीं wash करना चाहिए hair, this and that.
But I think that's coming from a time when the environment was very clean,
Ah.
like those days back when the environment was very clean, the shampoos that we had were very harsh. Now we do have very soft shampoos, we do
Fair.
have daily washes. You can have a strong shampoo for the weekend or probably 2 days a week. But like that's something, as you asked, like what's something that you never skip? For me, it's my shampoo. Like I
Okay.
have to wash my hair every day.
Okay. And let's say if you had only 3 products for the rest of your life that you can
Mhm.
use in terms of skincare, what would those be?
A cleanser,
Okay.
a good cleanser,
Yeah.
and a moisturizer.
Yeah.
And I think some kinds of toner or a serum. That's all. These 3 products are
Right.
good to go.
And what is that one thing that you would, let's say, not everyone takes care
Mhm.
of their skin that much. Some people don't have the time, some people maybe not the kind of resources to
Right.
buy the good kind of skincare. But what is that one thing that you would urge everyone to
Mhm.
like buy? कि एक चीज ये तुम्हारे पास हमेशा होनी चाहिए, तुम्हें हमेशा लगानी चाहिए अपने स्किन पे.
A good cleanser.
A good
And
cleanser.
I think it's a very controversial statement and an underrated thing because
Yeah.
people would be like a serum or a moisturizer,
Sunscreen.
sunscreen. But a good cleanser is the foundation of your skincare.
Hmm.
I've spoken to a lot of people and they'll be like, I'll spend thousands on my serums, I'll spend thousands on my under eyes, but nobody is willing to invest in a good cleanser.
Hmm.
But what they fail to understand at times is if it's the first step, if you're not washing correctly, if your barrier is being broken at that step of your moisture of your routine,
Hmm.
so everything that you follow is not going to work. So a good cleanser is the foundation of your skincare routine. It should be non-stripping, non-drying, powerful enough to remove all the impurities from your face. But yeah, a good cleanser.
So guys, good cleanser. आप लोग अपना पैसा जोड़िए अगर नहीं है, अच्छा cleanser खरीदिए because उसी से आपका
Base
base
banega.
बनेगा. And then
Right.
maybe you fall in love and you can actually go to Healing Theory for
100%.
really nice products. Right. So Ipshita, we've talked a lot about skincare in
Mhm.
general and skin, but if I were to ask you, what is beauty for you personally beyond the skin?
Mhm.
What is beauty for you?
I think I've learned it after coming back to India and growing with the Ayurvedic life. It's the balance.
Hmm.
It's, as you asked me, work-life balance also. It's the balance between your mind, body, and soul. Knowing what your rhythm is, who
Yeah.
you are. Don't try to fit in with like
Hmm.
everything. Find your rhythm, and I think that's beauty.
That's
When
beautiful.
you know how you're gonna flow in this world, that's beauty.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. And what are we seeing next for Healing Theory? What are your plans? What are you currently working on? What should we and you both like look forward to?
We are actually working on something very exciting. There's
Yeah.
this range for complete barrier health that we're working on.
Oh,
And because Indian barrier is compromised, a lot of people have sensitive skin, which is caused by the barrier
yeah.
strength. So we're working on a very exciting range. And I think personally, I just want to educate people about
Hmm.
skincare, talking about there's a lot of deep, like, clutter of myths in the market. Everybody
Correct.
has some kinds of opinion, and I just want to keep educating people.
How nice. I think this is such a instead of, I mean, saying I want to sell more, I want, revenue, this, that, this is such a nice statement,
Thank
education,
you.
because a lot of people forget
Mhm.
that why they are here for.
Yeah.
As a founder, when you start a company, आप कुछ भी start करते हो,
Mhm.
it's with a goal. कि कुछ
Exactly.
करना है, change लाना है. And in the process, I have seen people forget why
Right.
they started, and I think it's a very beautiful thing that you said you want to
Mhm.
educate.
Yeah.
So I hope you succeed in whatever
Thank
you're
you.
trying to do. And
Yeah.
my closing question to you, Ipshita, is what would be that one advice that you would give all the young women entrepreneurs in general and women in general about beauty inside and outside? What is that one message that you would like to give?
For I think the women entrepreneurs, it'll be clarity. Know what you're building, why you're building, if it's something you're building, and don't worry about, like as you said, people worry a lot about money, about sales.
Yeah.
Worry about being honest, worry about the quality of the product that you're trying to build, who are you building it for, and rest will follow. You know
Mm.
how, like you just said, that um, knowing your roots. So
Yeah.
in our manufacturing lab, we have this poster, like sort of a quote is written, what are we healing here? That's the first thing, and it reminds everybody in our company that each product that we're trying to build has to be healing. So
Yeah.
same way, like whenever whoever's building something, just know what you're trying to create, be honest about it, and everything else is going to follow.
How nice. Wow. Right. Thank you so much, Ifshita. I think this,
I'm
I'm
glad.
actually right now processing the last statement that you said. What are you healing here? And I think it's such a powerful message, not only for you,
Hmm.
and I think for all the people that work there.
Yeah,
Because, like I said in the beginning, the word healing
it's
is much more, much
done. Yeah,
deeper than skincare or anything else. So I think kudos to you.
thank you.
Congratulations to you on
Thank
what you're
you.
building. And I sincerely hope that you continue to do whatever you've set on to do. So thank you so much for
Thank
being
you
on
for
this
having
podcast.
me,
Thank
and good
you.
luck to you for doing this.
Thank you so much. I think I thoroughly enjoyed and I learned a thing or two today
I'm happy.
sitting here. So thank you so much everyone for watching. This was Ipshita, co-founder and formulator from Healing Theory, and please do check out her products. It's amazing what she's trying to create is amazing, and I had a lovely time interacting with her. I hope you guys did too. Thank you so much. Stay tuned.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye.